Shalom and welcome back, everyone. This is chapter 5 of the book English Derived from the Hebrew, and we're continuing on with the members of the body. It says, let us turn to some words designating the members of our body. The word body itself is derived from beten, bet tet nun, which signifies the belly. Thence also are derived our words bottom and button. The Latin for body, corpus, is derived from the word which has been cited once before, cherub, the internal parts, whence we obtain our English word, the crop of a bird and crumpet. From this root too springs the Latin cerebrum, or brain, and the Greek kephali, or head. In the last instance, the two closing consonants are transposed, the R and B, if you will, and the L substituted for the R, a change quite according to rule, excuse me, and the bet becoming a pay or a PHF sound in this instance is also normal and according to the rules. And the rule here isn't so much some arbitrary thing made up by a man, but the natural and observable phenomenon of how the languages have changed over time and in different areas. The crown of the head comes from Kerun, also like Kronos, right? A horn or peak. The hair from Shehor, which signifies to be rough or bristly hair. In this case, the S is dropped, and from the singular letter, the ayin, we obtain the aspiration which gives us the English air. The skull and the skeleton are clearly traceable to skewl, and this is a different etymology, just so you're familiar with, than what I've read in other books that talk about English being from the Hebrew. They'll give skull etymologically from Golgoth, like Golgotha, the place of the skull, and try to contrive how it was from Golgotha and changed into skull. This one looks to be a little more likely skull here, but I'm not dogmatic about things that we don't know absolutely certain or with absolute certainty. So I wouldn't, unless we could prove it, I wouldn't do that. The fact that you can see so many things coming from them, I'm hoping will not dissuade you if you see one or two differences in the opinions of men about etymologies. That's quite common in other languages as well. So skull and skeleton are clearly traceable to skull, to be bereaved, to be barren. Both of these words designating the head and body when deprived of flesh. The eye, in Old English plural, eini, is very naturally traced to the Hebrew word eye, ayin. The brow, to prow, to uncover, it being the part destitute of hair between the hairy scalp and the eyebrow. The jaw takes its origin from the word previously named, z or za'ah, to swing backward and forward, as in sea or as the sea does, whence also our word saw, and that would be right here, Zion Ion. The nostrils, Latin nares, to sneer, snore, snort, are all offshoots of nahar, the nostril. The Old English joel has manifestly originated from zoar, the neck, the chin from zakin, the beard or chin, the lap and the lip from the Hebrew expression before noted, which signifies a ledge, a shelf, a slab. The S is omitted to distinguish them from slap and slip. The neck probably claims as its parent a knock, a collar to place upon the neck. The fist, fitis, to strike a hammer. The natural hammer is beyond doubt the fist, fitis, right? Here the two last letters are transposed. The heart owns as its root harid, to palpitate, to hurry, to flutter. To the same fountain we track the Greek cardia and the Latin cordis, also the German Herz, the Dutch hart, the Swedish herta, and the Danish hirte, and the Sanskrit harda or herda. The Hebrew for heart is leb or lob, whence are derived our life, love, leaf or leave, lobe, leave, and probably loop. The lungs lead us to the root lung, to swallow down the throat. The chest is hastan, hastun, the bosom, which you know that ches would be a ch or chastun, and then you just drop the un. The back springs from gab, anything curved, arched, or vaulted, the back. Here the letters are reversed, the change from G to K being quite in order. Hence also our bag. The side derives itself from zahid, the side. The flank from farak, the bones of the neck. The belly from bilah, to swallow. The navel and nipple both take their origin from nivel, a skin bottle. What you would suck from, okay, or I get it. And it looks like the opening of a bottle, maybe. It's interesting, though. The first of these words was apparently originally applied to the abdomen generally. The Greek omphalos, the Latin umbilicus, meaning the same part of the body, are derived from ophil, to swell, and eminence. Whence also we obtain the words ample and probably apple, meaning from ophil, to swell or an eminence. The reader may remember that by this name, Ophil, part of the city of Yerushalayim, was designated, 2 Chronicles 26:3. The waist may owe its origin either to azu, to be narrow, or hezchat, hazacht, the middle, the half. I prefer the latter. From what shall we derive the knee? In Saxon, Kneeow, or Kneow. In German, knee. Dutch, the same. Swedish, kna. Danish, kna. And French, geno. Latin, genu. Greek, gonu. And Sanskrit, janu. The reader may choose between karo, to bend the legs, to bow down, and kno, to be abased, to humble oneself. Okay, the K to the G there would have been the other way that happens. The first of these seems to be the best, or to me the best, though the second is nearer the sound of the word. The shank clearly springs from shuk, to run, a leg, whence also we derive our sock and stocking. For the word ankle, we are indebted to ankab, the heel, like Jacob as well. It is the word which we recognize as an old acquaintance in Jacob or Jacob, who laid hold of his brother's heel and thence took his name. That singular letter, ayin, has the sound at times of eng or ong. Whence also the Latin ungula, a hoof. Oh, and that was a rather short chapter. So thank you for your time. You have a wonderful day, and we'll see you with the next one. Shalom.